Greetings. Welcome to In Conversation with Trevor, brought to you by Heart and Soul Broadcasting Services. I go beyond the headlines and beyond the sensational. Today I'm in conversation with Feli Nandi, singer, songwriter, Afrofusion musician, and fashion designer. If you enjoy this conversation, remember to subscribe, to like, and share. Let's get down to some work. Feli Nandi, I am so excited to have you here. Welcome to In Conversation with Trevor.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you so much. I'm going to make myself at home.
Absolutely. Are you comfortable?
I am.
Excellent.
I am. Thank you so much.
I love what you're putting on.
Thank you.
Did you make that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you are a singer, you're a songwriter, you're an Afrofusion musician, you're a fashion designer. Which of these do you enjoy the most?
All of them, hey? All of them. They're like one thing. It's like doing the same thing all the time.
Explain that to me. What does it mean?
I get ideas from, for example, I like writing. I write about my life. I write about things that are surrounding me. I write about my friends' lives. It's the same thing. When I make clothes, I go on stage, I perform. My supporters like what I'm wearing. So that's how I started the business anyway. They want me to make that. So that's how we introduce designs into the boutiques. Mm-hmm. So see, it works it's like one thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what came first? Singing or making clothes, designing clothes?
I think...
Or is it a chicken and egg thing?
Yeah, because I remember from an early age when I was in grade 2, I used to really fight with my mom because I used to take her the skirts and tie them into big dukes, or I would take her pulling socks and make it a bonnet. So it has always been in me since I was very young, yeah.
And the singing?
Since my mama said since I was 3.
So it
Yeah.
looks like it all just...
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
So when do you rather, let me rephrase this and say, do you remember when you first got the sense, I want to sing?
We're not going to talk about professionally, right? Just singing.
When you started, I mean, I think it's a journey, isn't it?
Yeah. I started singing when I was very young. I used to sing at church. My mom would really push for that. I had a very forward mom. She really pushed for that. So I used to sing.
She
in
pushed
choir,
for you to sing?
To sing in church, in front of people. When I was very young, grade 1, I was leading the choir already, I remember. The senior choir, because I had run away from Sunday school. Sunday school became a bit boring. So my mom then said, come to the senior choir.
So your mom pushed you to sing into the senior choir, and you're saying the Sunday school was boring.
I had great ideas.
Right.
Bigger than the Sunday school kids.
Right.
Yeah, so I then started singing in the senior choir. And it was me on vocalist, on the lead vocals, my little sister as my backing vocalist, my 2 brothers on congas, and my other brother on shakers, and my mom was the choir instructor.
The entire family?
Entire family, yeah.
Has mom ever shared why she wanted you to sing?
She died when I was 15.
Okay.
So that time I was now beginning to really embrace the journey.
Yeah.
We never really got to talk about that, but I just knew that she got so emotional whenever I would go in front to sing.
But she was also a musician.
Forced one, I guess, because she sang bass. It wasn't that good.
That's it. And your siblings?
Well, no one ever really pursued.
Okay.
But I know that when there's a function at home and we're all there, then you're going to have a time of your life.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And when did you start thinking, I want I want to take this thing professional?
So when my mom passed, when I was 15, that really took a bad toll on me because of family issues and stuff. So I then stopped everything that had to do with singing. And 10 years later, when I was 25, that's when I became a backing vocalist for Mhodzi tribe. And then I worked with them for about 3 years. And then 2020, I took my solo journey.
So you took a break for 10 years?
10 years, yes.
And talk to me about what was going through your mind. I mean, professional. You've taken this break for 10. That's a long break.
Yeah, it wasn't a break. It was a breakdown.
It was a breakdown.
Yeah, I think if we can
the
call
impact
it
of you losing mom.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So life happened. A lot of things happened, and I think when I was now maturing into becoming a young adult, around 2021. The people around me could see something was not right. She's always depressed. She's locking herself in a room and she's playing loud music. And I knew what I wanted to do. I knew, but now this was 10 years, and the people in my life that time, no one knew I could sing. This was just something that had been swept under the rug.
Wow.
So I just became very sad. And I knew what I wanted to do.
You knew what you wanted to do.
I knew it. But I didn't know where to start.
Tell me, because there's going to be a lot of young people out there who are watching you now. That 10-year journey, what got you through it? Do you remember? What got you through it? Where are the places? When I'm saying places, where did you find your strength? How did you survive that 10-year?
Well, it's not easy. Like I said, life happened.
Yeah.
I gave birth to 2 beautiful kids. There was also the other force that made me survive, go through life, because I became a mother.
Yeah.
And when you become a mother, they're just things that you're not going to focus on.
No.
Now I have these 2 little beautiful humans looking at you, and they want you to be their strength. So to me, that it felt like I can't continue crying for a long time. I've mourned my mother in the best way I know. I need to heal and be a mother to these beautiful little humans. So my kids got me through it. But all I know is I went to jobs that I didn't like. I hated everything that I tried to do. I tried selling everything and I hated it. But like I said, I now had a bigger mission, the kids. So I would say that got me through.
What are the names of the kids?
Malik and Kyle.
Oh, beautiful names. And so you say you knew what you wanted to do.
I knew.
Everybody else didn't know what you wanted to do. When did you then get this strength to say to everybody, this is what I want to do?
Well, there was never strength. We went to a wedding. Yeah, my sister-in-law then invited me to a wedding. And I'm not really good with weddings. I don't just.
You're like me. I just don't like weddings.
I don't enjoy.
I don't like weddings.
Yeah.
Weddings and funerals. I am not good. Don't get me to weddings and funerals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's me. So that because people had started talking about, oh, she's just locking herself in her room. She's just sad. She's boring. It was the norm for me to just spend the day in my room or with my kids. So my assistant-in-law then said, you need to get out. And today we're going for a wedding. A friend of mine, I didn't even know these people. I still don't know who they were. So we then went to that wedding. And of course, I was not enjoying. Like I said, I wanted to leave. And then my sister-in-law just said, oh, wait, there's this young man that I want you to hear singing. And I didn't want, but I then stayed. And about a few minutes later, a young man walked to the stage with his guitar. And I think for the first time in 10 years, I felt what I had last felt 10 years ago when my mom was still alive. My heart I just went to this place that I can't even describe. And I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. And I walked straight to him when he finished performing, and I said, hi, my name is Feli. I would like to sing with you. And he was shocked and he just said, oh, there's my manager. You can go and talk to him. I went straight to the manager.
Who was this young man?
Mbeu.
Mbeu.
Yes. So I went straight to the manager. And when I was walking to the manager, my sister Lou then said, oh, wait, let me arrange some people that can go to the manager because he's quite a very tough man. And I said, nah, don't worry. I walked straight to him. His name is Eugene. I went straight to him and said, hi. And remember, I had my baby on my back.
Yes.
I said, hi, my name is Feli. I would like to sing with Mbeu. And he said, hi, how can I help? And I said, I would like to sing with you guys. I saw that you don't have a female backing vocalist and I would like to work for you guys. You don't have to pay me. I just want to sing with him. And he said, okay, sorry, I'm busy. Here's my card. Get in touch. And this was 2017. This was 2017, around December-ish. And for 2 months, I stalked them. I called him. He would not pick up my calls. I think he blocked me at some point. Because when I talk to him now, he says, I had never experienced something like that. You had your family there. You have a child in your back. And you just come straight to us and you say you want to
You're
sing.
bulldozing your way in.
So he said, I was afraid of you. I thought you were, I don't know what you wanted from my artists. So, and then eventually, after I think he had actually gotten tired of me, he then said, okay, come to Pakarepai for auditions. And remember all these 2 months that I had spent stalking them, I was busy listening to his music, every lyric, everything. So when we just got into the audition, he was shocked.
Wow.
He was shocked.
You blew him away.
Yes. And he just said, you know what? I'm sorry for, oh my God, we should have hired you a long time ago. You are hired.
Wow.
That's how I came.
What a story. But
yeah.
I want to go back to, did you get any treatment for the depression, the 10 years, when you were, indoors and that kind of stuff?
Did I even know that the term depression
existed?
I now know that, oh my God, I was depressed then. But that time, no, I didn't even know. No one knew. I don't know how to put it. No one ever mentioned depression. They just knew she wants to be alone. These days, she's boring.
She closes herself in the house. And
she doesn't want to go out.
Yeah.
She doesn't associate with people. She just likes being in her own space. Yeah.
So you bulldoze your way into, you said, what's the name?
Mbeu.
Into Mbeu's world, as it were. Had you had any formal training in writing music, in singing?
Never. I'd last sing in church when I was 15. Anglican church in Zvarasekwa. So I wanted to learn how to hold a mic. I'd never been in front of a crowd, which is more than our Anglican audience in Zvarasekwa. 50 people?
Yeah.
So after the auditions, the next day, he had a show at Pakarepai and he just introduced me to people.
And you?
That was it. And I was scared and he kept coming to me and he kept saying, it's okay, it's fine, don't worry. It's okay, don't be afraid. And we just went through the show. And the second show, third, before you know it, it was like home. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did you do the backing vocalist role?
I was with the Mhodzi tribe from 2018 to 2020.
Okay, so that's around about 2 years or so?
2.5 years. Yeah.
What is it like being a backing vocalist? What did you enjoy the most about being a backing vocalist? Point number one. Point number two, what did you dislike about being a backing vocalist?
I loved, I could tell that I was a missing puzzle on stage. I knew I had brought a flair.
That's confidence. Hey?
Yeah. I knew I had brought some color into the band. I really liked, and I wanted to learn. And remember that time, the idea of going solo was not there at all.
You're not thinking about it.
Not even. So I liked listening to, learning from him, learning from everyone around me. That's what I like. And of course, I didn't like the attention. I was scared. You know, when you're in the crowd, when you're on stage and the crowd is there, people can be mean sometimes. So first days when I started singing, when you would look at someone in the crowd and, go away. I wasn't used. That would really affect me.
They're saying go away, meaning you.
Yes, me. That would really affect me. So I started learning with time that it doesn't matter. I would get lessons from the boys because I was the only female in the band. So I started getting lessons from the boys, and they said, you know what, when you're on stage, don't really focus on people. Like, don't focus on a person direct. Don't look at a person. Don't make eye contact. And so I learned quite a lot. Yeah.
And when did the idea of going solo come about, and how? I'm interested in that journey. You're enjoying yourself and the backing vocals. You're growing in your confidence. When does the thought, I can do this on my own?
Well, there was never that thought.
There was never.
But I think for 2 years, being together, teaching each other a lot of things, I had become my own artist. And he, of course, had his own vision. And as I was discovering myself every other time, singing, and I started to see that, I can write. I'm able to write. I became my own artist, and, different ambitions, different roads that we want to go on, different visions of where we want to go. So it was right that time. Of course, no one wants separation. It's never an easy thing.
No, it's always uncomfortable and sometimes ugly.
Yeah, but I feel like it was good for both of us. It had to be done.
Okay.
We had grown to be different artists. And
It was done nicely? No.
Yeah, of course. When we see each other, we still just do what we used to do 3 years ago. And he's doing well in his own right, and I'm in my own path doing what I'm doing.
And so you then go solo. What about the writing bit? When does it come in? How does it develop?
Like I said, I write about my life. I write about what I'm feeling. I write about my friends' lives. Like my friends can just literally say, you wrote about me, right? That was me, right? That's me. So I sometimes when I was sad, I would go into my room, get a pen and a paper, start humming. And I think that's how I really wrote my first songs. Just start writing about what I'm feeling. And it would come into a song and, of course, purify it. And that time I had met a very good friend of mine, comic pastor. So he had given me access, unlimited access to a studio, to a producer. So he then said, whenever you feel like you have a song, since you say you write according to feelings and moods, so whenever you feel like you have a song, just walk in the studio. Don't pay anything. Just go in there. And of course, I didn't afford to pay any studio time at that time. So that was a blessing. So I got unlimited access, and I would just walk in the studio and record. Yeah.
So there's 2 songs of yours. I mean, I love lots of songs that you do, but particularly Mubai and Dona Iwe. Mashona is not great, but those 2 are beautiful songs. We'll take a break. When we come back, you and I are going to sing. So if you want to hear us sing, don't go away. See you on the other side.
So I was just tired of that, especially in family. I was just tired of people saying a lot of different versions about me. Chero inewe tichiwirirana. Chero iweneni tichiwirirana. Chero iweneni tichiwirirana. Chero iweneni tichiwirirana. Iweneni tichiwirirana. Chero inewe tichiwirirana.
Wow.
You're doing amazing.
Wow. Beautiful. So this is one of the songs that I absolutely love. And Mubai.
Yeah.
So walk us through your creative process. How did you get to write the song? How long did it take for you to write it and get it performed?
Mubai. I'll talk about Mubai.
Mubai, okay, all right.
Yeah. So Mubai is a story of my life. I'm such a lover. I had friends, really good friends of mine. Like the other one is like my sister. The other one was like a brother to me. And we started together when we had nothing, you know. They were there when we were building stuff together. We're trying to get some food, trying to create this, the clothing brand, and trying to sing, trying to come up with a band, you know. And, you know, just when things were starting to sort of take shape, things just went wrong. And I wanted to understand where did I go wrong? Because such betrayal, I couldn't handle. I wanted to understand because you guys were family. I'm very, what you see is what you get. I'm like a book. You just read me, you know. When you're in my circle, your family, if we're gonna quarrel, but we're not gonna break up. We're going to insult each other, and tomorrow
we're gonna fight, but make up.
We're gonna make up, and we're gonna come back. That's what family. I'm very genuine when it comes to my relationships. So things just went wrong, and they left, and I never got to really sit down and ask questions like, well, what went wrong?
What went wrong?
What did I do? And was it because things were now beginning to take shape? Like, well, what happened? You know, so yeah, Mubai was about them.
So that's the story, because I've seen the video.
Yeah.
They're chasing you in the grass with knives and knob carries, and you can tell what the story is all about.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the writing process.
Yeah.
So how do you get to write this piece?
So like I said, remember it's a story.
Yeah.
It's my story.
Mm-hmm.
So words just come. So all you need to do, of course, as a writer is to just then make them make sense. So turn into a melody, into a song. So it's easy when the story is in your head. Words just come. Words just come. Yeah.
Is this how you write all your songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I write my songs. Yeah.
But so both Mbai and Ndona Iwe, these are very deep, emotional, sensitive stuff.
Yeah.
It can't be easy to do this all the time.
I don't really know, you know, because words just come.
But those words come from somewhere. They come
Deep
from
within,
hurt.
yeah.
They come from betrayal.
They come from a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense after you've written that it's a cleansing process? How do you explain it? Because some people would say, you know, after writing down about the experience, I feel I'm cleansed somehow. I feel I am lighter. Is that the sense that you get yourself?
Of course. I always feel better when I write songs because I let it out.
You process it.
Yes.
Is that your way of processing?
It's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel good. I've let it out. Because I'm not really good with words, so we'll turn them into songs. Yeah, we'll turn them into songs.
Right.
Especially when I can't really confront you.
Yeah.
We'll turn it into a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when somebody says, oh, that was me that you were writing about, do you own up?
Yeah, it depends if it's nice, yeah.
Why don't you want to talk about Ndona Iwe?
Well, that was not my song. I was not the one who was in love.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it for a friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
a friend was in love.
Yep.
It's a beautiful song.
It is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
They were in love.
They were in love. I hope they're still in love. That means life has happened.
Yeah.
Let's go to, where were you born?
So I was born in Zvarasekwa Extension.
Okay. Right.
That's where I come from.
Okay.
That was my ghetto. That's my ghetto right there. Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
Zvarasekwa Barracks Primary School.
Okay.
Yeah, military training right here.
And then from there?
Queen Elizabeth
Queen Elizabeth.
High School. Yeah.
From Queen Elizabeth?
The world.
The world.
Yeah.
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 When you look at what you've been able to achieve, I mean, we're going to go to some people actually say that you are the next Zimbabwean global icon.
Really? That's nice.
When you look at what you've been able to achieve, what do you sometimes pinch yourself and say, is this real me?
It's never. I don't know how to say it. I just always think we haven't done enough. I just think everything we need to keep on putting work. I still think we are behind. It's with me. It's never, oh, we have done it, Feli. It's always, I could have done better. I could have done better. I want to try and do this. I'm not really happy about the last song. So the next song I'm going to do this. So I'm not really in that place where I say, is this real me? Oh my God, no.
Because you've been doing this now professionally for 3 years, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. And what's been the highlight for you of the past 3 years as a professional singer?
We have accomplished a lot of things. Of course, the awards, the recognition.
Yeah. The awards, you've been awarded the Best Female Musician, Zima,
yes,
and
Zima.
then Listeners' Choice Awards by Star FM.
Yes.
What do those awards mean to you?
Now that's an achievement.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, all the recognition. It's of course that gives me power. That gives me strength to wake up every day and want to do more. Like I said, I want to do more. I always just sit down and think, I want to write a song that will make people cry. Or I want to write a song that will make people in love. So it's always, so I start to look around my friends, especially those in my circle. I start to look at their situations. If my life is just flowing peacefully, if I've written about my peace and I don't have anything to write about my life, nothing interesting, I start to study my friends' lives. They always have drama happening, so that it's easy for me.
It gives you lots of material.
Yeah. So we then write another song. Yeah, that's how we come up with these projects.
Tell me, what song have you written about yourself?
Yeah.
From a painful point. You don't need to share with us the details if you don't want. But what story have you written about? What song have you written about yourself from a painful point? Which song would that be?
Ndibateyo. Yeah, that was one of my first singles. It was, it talked about, the lyrics say, I think that was now the depression part, where you just have these thoughts running in your head. And also the lyrics say, it means when I then try to talk to people, like I said, I like
You're
to
not
talk.
good at talking.
Yeah, I'm not good at talking. I'm very talkative to people who know me, but I'm not really good at just, putting conversations. And in Shona, these youngsters call it kudipisa. Like I don't really know how to go in deep with the conversation, so I turn it into a song. So, sometimes you want to talk to people, you want to tell them what's happening, but after talking to this person, the story then goes to another one, and before you know it,
it's a different version.
It's a different version, and you want to keep quiet. Then start saying, she has just resorted to staying alone. Yeah, she has spirits with her or something, So I was just tired of that, especially in family. I was just tired of people saying a lot of different versions about me, and I wanted to say it. And when I wrote it, certain individuals started
calling back or something of that sort.
Like, oh, you were talking about us? I'm like, no, that's just.
If you think it's you, it must be you.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get to listen to your work?
Oh, yeah.
And feel proud of your work? Or are you one of those people that listen and say, I could have changed that, I could have changed that? Well, some people can't listen to their stuff when they've written their stuff. Some people can't read a story that they've written or read a book that they've written. Once it's written, it's gone. Which type are you?
I listen to my music, but I just always want to correct a lot of things. So it becomes annoying because
Yeah.
you listen to, oh my God, I should have
Should have done that.
Should have done that. Yeah.
But you've done your best because it's out there. It's doing phenomenally well. I mean, these two songs that we've spoken about. So tell me, so we've spoken about the solo role. Solo is self-explanatory. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Now you are Feli Nandi, a brand. Talk to me about what goes into building this brand. What surrounds you? What's your support structure stuff like? What does that look like?
It's definitely a teamwork.
Yeah.
I'm very good at certain areas. I like to write my music. I like my creative process to be about me. Yeah. I like to think about what I want my videos to look like. But at the end of the day, artists, we cannot do these things on our own, especially when it then comes to making music business. We just somehow do not understand anything. And so that's when, management. So
they say journalists are the worst managers ever.
Yeah.
Musicians? Really. You also are not good managers.
No. I mean, it's okay. These things differ, but I'm yet to meet a musician who manages themselves and have done well. I would really love to. So
you've got a manager?
Yes, I've got a
manager. And she's sitting here, she's watching us. I hope she's happy with what we're doing.
She's very particular, I hope so.
Yeah. And what other supporting structure do you have?
I have a manager, so she runs the business side of the music, of my life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm more into the creative side. Okay. And I'm more into my clothes as well. That's where we are going to go there. So don't go there, girl, right yet. Yeah. So she runs the business, the music business. So I'm quite safe. I just really do a lot of singing and creating, and she does most things that have to do with the books, and so she has a team that helps her. Yeah. So we help each other. Of course, even at the business side, my ideas are welcome as well. When I feel like, we have to change that, just like how she's also allowed to say, are you able to change that lyric to that lyric?
Just like she was saying, your head is not looking okay,
Yeah. So we just help each other. We like to call it, we manage each other. Yeah, we help each other. I help her manage the business. She helps me manage the creative side. So it's.
I see that you've got a lot of equipment. Talk to me about that. I mean, I was looking at your website, quite a lot of gadgets in there.
Yeah. Okay, so when I'm on stage, right, I play congas. Yeah. I used to do that in Nzwarasekwa. Nzwarasekwa would play these really little ugly ngomas. Yeah. So now the advanced type of fancy congas. So I play congas and I play chimes, those, yes. And I play shakers as well. So that's me on stage. And I play tambourine as well. That's me on stage. Those are my four. So I'm a percussionist.
Self-taught.
Proper self-taught.
Wow.
Proper self-taught. And the band have their own instruments as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, please don't go away. We're going to get into Feli's other life, which is a fashion designer. I'm very excited about that. So don't go away. See you on the other side.
I went to Togo with fashion. And oh my God, people are talented out there. I came back and just changed the game.
Welcome back to our conversation with Feli Nandi, singer, songwriter, Afrofusion musician, and fashion designer. A lot of things. So Feli, let's go to your tours. You've been to Togo, you've been to the UK, you've been to South Africa. What's been the highlight for you as far as that is concerned?
I've learned a lot. I went to Togo with fashion, and oh my God, people are talented out there. I came back and just changed the game. I went to Mombasa with fashion as well. Oh God, people are talented out there. And with music, I've been to Namibia, Swakopmund, I've been to UK, I've been to South Africa, and every other time I travel, you just come back and say, guys, we're not working. We need to switch up.
So do you come back and you are energized and you,
Yes. Yes, I come back with ideas, especially with my fashion. I come back with many ideas. I think that's how we've managed to stay in the game. We just keep on creating things that are, because this African print can be boring and men don't like it.
Since you seem to want us to talk about the fashion, shall we go there?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got this piece here. You've got quite a number of pieces. Talk to me about this piece.
So see, this is we call this an anchor shirt, right? So you can wear, we designed this in a way, this is a very common design. We designed this in a way that you can wear this with your tight-fitting trousers.
Yeah.
You can wear this with jeans. So you can make this a casual shirt. You can make it a formal shirt, depending with what you're going to put at the bottom. So, like this one, if you like it, I'm going to give you.
Oh.
Yes.
Can I have it?
Yes.
It's not a bribe, eh?
Okay. Yeah. Of course, it's not.
Tell me. I find I have the sense that I don't look good when I don't have a collar. Can you add collars to these?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I can. So see, when a person walks into our shop and like you're saying, Feli, I like this, but I feel like I have to wear a collar.
Yeah.
I just take this back. We add a collar.
So this is mine now. You've given this to
If that's
me.
what you want, well, you're allowed to choose.
So can I choose one? Oh, this is fantastic. Fantastic. I'm sure my friend Rob, who is watching, is thinking he's going to get some of this, but he's not getting any of this.
He tried to
Rob.
bribe me. He tried to make me give him something.
Oh, and this one? This has got a trouser or a skirt?
This has got a short. It's like an outfit. So this is female.
Yeah.
It's for ladies. So you can wear this with your sneakers. Well, there's some ladies who can rock it with heels.
And this material, where did you get it from?
So we get this from Zambia.
Okay.
And
is this Zambian material?
This is Zambian material.
Wow.
Yes. So they just call it Ankara. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. This is lovely. So this is for ladies. And the inspiration for you?
With clothes, honestly, this is research, or just maybe spending the day with you.
YouTube, Instagram,
TikTok, and you just see a lot of designs and you come up with your own, try to add a little Feli Nandi.
You said you made this, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, this was beautiful.
You try to add a little Feli Nandi touch to it. Yeah.
So what's the Feli Nandi touch here?
Those who know me, because I personally pick these colors. So when you see a dress, it's usually my dresses are flare. They are very tight on the waist, and I like baggy stuff. I like colorful stuff. So if you follow me, you will know
that's the Feli Nandi. This is lovely.
See, if you like that, you can take that.
Wow.
Yeah, but you have to choose. Which one do you like?
So how many do I get to choose?
How many do you want to choose?
Oh dear, she's generous, isn't she? Wow. Okay, so we'll serve people. People get to realize that I like clothes.
So this is, of course, you know this.
Yeah,
right?
this is
with
beautiful.
Your jeans and your shorts.
Beautiful.
And now that's a dress.
Okay.
That's a dress. You know, for Mrs. Mbeu, you know, she can be looking nice in that. Yeah. So you can wear this however you want. Yeah.
Wow.
I like tennis. People can use turnouses or just sandals. Yeah.
Just take this away. Can we? Yeah, we can. Okay.
Yeah. So like I said,
this is lovely.
Thank you. I like to look like a princess.
And the material?
This one was from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, we take this from Nigeria.
Any Zimbabwean material?
Yes, we do use Zimbabwean material on some of our designs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So supposing there's somebody who's watching you there and they want to come and buy, where do they find you?
So on social media, Instagram, we're called Feli Nandi.
Okay, so we'll put that onto
yes.
our YouTube channel.
Yes,
Okay.
Feli Nandi Vaskana Marokwe.
Mhm.
Facebook, it's Feli Nandi. And then if you want to find us in Harare, we are at 295 Samora Michelle.
Okay.
And 16 Ellsworth, Belgravia.
So you have 2 shops now.
We have 2.
How long
showrooms.
has this been going on?
We kind of started together with the music.
Okay. Wow.
Yes,
Yes, you did say,
2021.
but I'm saying in terms of shops, in terms of having standalone shops.
The first one, we started it in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
We went 2022. And then 2023, we had a second one.
Wow.
Yeah, and now we then moved to a bigger shop. So we now have quite a bigger showroom and another fancy, small showroom.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love these kind of things.
Thank you so
I love
much.
people who, I always say this when people come and sit where you're sitting, people who make real things.
Yeah.
You make music
Yeah.
and you make this great stuff. So well done.
Thank you so much.
And creating jobs, I suppose. And,
Yes, yes.
Do you get to export any of this stuff at all?
We do.
Okay.
Most of our clients, UK, Australia, USA, well, they're all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you perform, you put on your stuff.
Well, I actually wear my stuff every day. Yeah.
Wow. What a privilege. What a privilege.
Yeah.
Who has influenced you the most in your singing career as an artist? Who has influenced you the most?
Well, locally in Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
Thomas Mafumo. I'm a Thomas Mafumo.
Thomas Mafumo.
Fan.
Mkanya.
Oh my God. Chiwoniso Maraire, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Sojala.
Mm-hmm.
So the late, I loved him so much. And Komaja Praiser, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think locally, I'm just really inspired by what they've done. to
Oliver
them.
Mtukudzi?
Yes, and I got to meet him.
I
at
got to
some
meet
point,
him,
and
yeah.
that was amazing. Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi. Yeah.
You have done collaborations with quite a number of people. Just walk me through the process of deciding, I'm going to collaborate with this person. Is it them deciding or is it you deciding, and who have you collaborated with?
I've collaborated with Mkoma Japreza,
Okay.
Mwenje Matole, Trevor Ncube, Holy 10, Solution GC. Yeah. So most of these songs, like with Mkoma Japreza, I remember the first day I saw his message in my inbox. I thought I was dreaming. Now let's talk about that pinching. I pinched
You
myself.
pinched yourself.
And I went to see him. What a lovely man he is. And we just instantly became Mfana Mkoma. And I went to see him in 2021 and we collaborated in 2023. So imagine 2 years later. And he always said to me, Feli, collaborations are not about money. Collaborations are not about hits. Collaborations are about chemistry. They're about music chemistry. We just somehow have to connect. We have to connect musically for us to have a song. So all my collaborations with everyone that I've sang with, and they were never about money. They were never about let's do a hit song. They were about connecting musically. With Mwenje, I love Mwenje's voice. I've always been a fan, and we met and decided to do a song with Holy 10. He's like a little brother of mine, and I've always loved and respected his craft. And we met and we wanted to do a song with Freeman. We grew together in Zarasekwa, and we've always said,
Wow.
You know what? We have to do a song. We somehow made it out of.
Yeah.
So let's do a song
And
together.
it works out.
It's so light to be in the studio and somehow you guys know each other outside the song that you're trying to create. And yeah, and we recently did another collab in Zambia. And since the day we met with the Zambian Neosle, we've been friends. We talk every day. So see, with me, collaborations about chemistry, sort of friendship. I don't like feeling weird in the studio trying to create a song, you know. I like to
There's got to be some
laugh.
chemistry. There's got to be,
we have to connect somehow. So maybe it's most of the collaborations that we've turned down. No offense to the amazing artists, but it
There wasn't no
no
chemistry.
chemistry. I really respect chemistry. I respect friendship. I respect getting into the studio and feeling very comfortable and then writing a song. That's me. Yeah.
Are you now at home with being in front of a live audience?
Oh yeah. But I'm always nervous before every show.
We all nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I get nervous sitting here. People don't realize.
Yeah. But see, you look so comfortable.
But you don't know what's inside,
Exactly. I get nervous before every show, no matter how many people I'm performing for. You tour 10,000. I'm always nervous.
So Mubaaye is sitting at 2.2 million views in 11 months.
Yeah.
That's big, girl.
Yeah, right.
Makes you proud?
Happy and scared.
2.2 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
With technology as it is influencing where you get your revenues, personal revenues, your money and that kind of stuff, which platform works for you? I suppose I should ask your manager, hey?
Yeah, Connie would probably know better. But I think all the digital platforms, I think we get good something from all YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and stuff. Yeah.
Wow. When you look at yourself now, is there a project that has humbled you? Is there something that you've tried and completely failed?
Try to do?
Yeah.
I tried many things in that 10-year. Oh my God.
What did you try? Let's mention 3.
I cooked sada and tried boot selling. I crossed the border trying to get free, like refrigerators to come and sell.
It didn't work?
No, it didn't. Sada didn't work. The refrigerators didn't work. I tried being a chef. It didn't work. I have a whole long list. Yeah.
But look at you now. What has failure taught you?
Never to give up.
Okay.
This girl does not give up, no matter what. We will try and try. We will sing. Eventually, we'll have people appreciating what we're trying.
People are already appreciating you. Yeah. But talk to me about something that comes with being a public figure. Being Feli Nandi, the trolling, the criticism. Does that get to you? How do you deal with it?
It used to, but now, because I've got a good team, like my manager, she just says, hey, don't worry about it. We're human beings.
Do you get to see it, or the manager?
I used to really go through the comments sometimes, but now I don't. And when something is really damaging and they know that this is going to ruin my day, they try to hide, but come on.
You find out.
I find out, and usually I find out when it's
done. It's a done deal.
It's fading away. Yeah.
So you have you've just released what do you call it? Debut album, Izwi.
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Are these songs that we've just now, the one we sang, are they part of this album now? Okay.
No.
So how is this album doing, Izwi?
Oh, Izwi was a beautiful project. It was all the songs are from, like I said, my life, my surroundings. So it's beautiful. We have people that are crazy about these songs and you just don't understand. And some of these songs, if you ask me, Feli, how did you write Izwi? I will not even be able to answer you. So far so good. We've released quite some singles after Izwi Yoba that are also doing really well. So yeah, good.
You say you have these songs that do so well that you don't quite understand.
Yeah.
You surprise yourself?
Yeah, especially the energy that I get from my supporters, like people crying, and you just like, okay, oh my God. And most of the time.
But you say, sitting there, I want to write songs that make people cry. And then when we cry, you say, why are they crying?
No, like you just, I'm truly, truly humbled. Like I then do not know how to express my gratitude with people that really appreciate what we're trying to do.
Mm.
You know, when you're starting to do something, you don't know where it's going to go. So we've written songs where I've gone into my Facebook inbox and you have someone telling you that, Feli, I buried my mama yesterday, and when she was on her deathbed, she said, please play me Unochke by Feli Nandi. I've met a person who told me that her mother's funeral, her last wish was, please, throughout my funeral, do not sing, just play Unochke by Feli Nandi throughout. And
what does that do to you?
Now that humbles me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel so blessed, and
Have you sang a song thanking your millions of supporters?
I should do that, right?
You should do that. But I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. You look at that camera and express your gratitude. Because I believe that when we give gratitude, more comes to us.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't mind, just look at that camera and express your gratitude to your supporters. Because what you're sharing with me, Feli, is touching.
Yeah.
Mother is dying and says, don't sing, just play Feli's song. And for people are falling in love because of your songs. And you put 2.2 million views on this song that's just been out for a couple of months. And it's because of those people out there. Yeah. Do you want to talk to them? Just briefly?
Yeah. Wow. I don't actually think I have the actual words to express my gratitude. But what I can promise is that we will keep on singing songs that are going to talk to you, songs that has always been my prayer from day one, to write music that will transform lives, write music that will make you feel good, write music that will make your spirit feel, what you've never felt before. I'm really grateful. I'm a blessed girl. I'm a lucky girl. And because of you, we have achieved things that I never thought in a million years I would. So I'm just a really blessed girl.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you so much. Are you shy? Are you a shy girl?
Yeah.
Feli, one last thing before we go to books. You're passionate about orphans.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm an orphan.
You're an orphan.
I lost my mom when I was 15. I lost my dad when I was 7. And I know what life can be when those people are not.
You're doing work in that space. Do you want to explain to us? Are you doing anything at all?
We are going to start something that has been in the program.
Boiling under?
Yeah. So we're going to do something, but I don't really want to go into it because it's going to.
Okay, no. If it's not ready, you come back here and tell us some other day.
I wanted to avoid
over-promising.
No. I wanted to avoid doing it like it's something that any musician is supposed to do. The way we want to do it, me and my team, we want to do it family. Okay. We want to do it like family. We really want to get into these people's lives and really transform them, not just by giving them things, but leaving them, in good spirits. And we want them to feel loved. And so it's almost ready. Yeah.
Tell me, as we round up, what's the next big thing for you, both in fashion and in your creative space as an artist? What's the next big thing for you? I mean, when I invite you in 5 years' time and you sit there, what are we going to be talking about?
Music side, we're going to talk about there's some collaborations that would be a dream come true. There are some stages, like big stages that if they happen, oh my God.
These collaborations, the big ones, can we name one or two now?
I would really love to collaborate with Angelique Kidjo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have been blessed to watch, I'm going to brag. I've been blessed to watch Angela Kidjo playing in Senegal.
She's massive.
She's massive.
She's massive.
That's a dream. She's a performer. She's authentic. She's real.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. So Angela Kidjo, who else?
Angela Kidjo.
So shout out to Angela Kidjo if she's watching us. Please. Yeah.
Yes. I would really love that, and I would love to perform on the BET stage.
Okay.
I would really love that. Or Afro Nation,
Yeah.
or those really big
stages.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anything that stops you
Nothing.
from getting
Nothing.
there.
Nothing.
I feel your energy. I feel your
Yeah.
authenticity, and I wish you all the best,
Thank
girl.
you so
Your Jen is
much.
just on the singing side, 3 years old, and you're
Yeah.
already making waves. I think
Yeah.
you are onto something good here.
Thank you so
Remain
much.
authentic, hardworking, and it's all going to come right. Do you read?
I do.
You do? Okay, so I'm not going to let you go before we talk books. So our viewers out there love books, which is why we've got these lovely books here. Oh, by the way, I've been looking for this book and I finally got it. And it's King Leopold's Ghost, a story of greed, terror, and heroism in colonial Africa. Oh, man, colonialism. So I recommend this book. I'm going to be starting reading this book. What books are you reading?
So I've read, I've read The Secret.
Okay.
I'm very big on positive vibes and law of attraction. That's me every day.
Right.
I've read 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
And of course the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my, you can never get enough of those books.
No.
You continue.
The Bible, I read the Bible twice a day.
So you continue reading them. I like audio reading.
Okay.
I don't really just,
Feli, fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for creating the time to join us.
Yeah.
And we wish you all the very best. And when you do finally get to sing with Angela Kidjo, we will be there cheering you up. So wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for creating the time.
Thank you.
Allow me now, remain sitting there. Allow me to turn over to our viewers who are all over the world to say thank you so much for your support. Remember, we are out every Monday, 7 a.m. Central African time. And to ensure that you don't miss out on any of these quality conversations, I invite you to subscribe, to like, and share. We've gone a step further, by the way, and created a whole website for you to binge on our content. We've got podcasts there. You can be cleaning your car, you can be in the garden, you can be cleaning the house and cooking and listening to some of these beautiful shows like the one we've had now with Feli. Until next time, cheers to you all.